Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
The Hawley Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics with various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball and softball scoreboards, donations to the dance and wrestling teams, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available on monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit HawleyBoosters.com for more information.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email Jennifer at hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
But I'd really like to see us get inside the paint more and, find that square above the rim a little bit and finish in the lane, because we're not shooting very well from two this year, and we've shot okay at times from three, but really got to be able to be strong and finish in the rim in order to find those kick-out looks for the guys that can knock them down.
And I know one thing we talked about before we started up here was the fact that Bagley, a team that obviously you don't know much about, but you see some film on them, a team that brings some height, they bring some thickness too, and that's usually what they've had to the east over there. And I'm sure you're expecting the same thing here tonight. And I know rebounding was one big thing that you mentioned, but also offensively, when you get those shots, you got to knock them down.
Yeah, we're going to have to go in there and we're going to have to play, we're going to have to be ready to respond to physicality inside, inside on offense, inside on defense, and then obviously clearing the boards, which is all the same as the others. So, we don't have a lot of familiarity. We've got a few common opponents, but, when it comes to playoff time, there is no transitive property of wins and losses here. We've just simply got to come out and we've got to perform. And we have a little bit of familiarity with some of the Bagley players because they were on this floor in this game 2 years ago when they came here. And I think this is the third time in 5 years we've opened up the playoffs with Bagley. So a little bit of that from some of these guys when they were young. But, again, big thing for our guys is they got to bring the energy tonight and be ready to go just as if they would if we were playing a league game in front of a full crowd on a Friday night.
Nate, appreciate the time. Good luck to you and the Nuggets here in this playoff action.
Great to have you back in the gym.
Nathan Stoa, head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, joining us here on the pregame show. Sorry for the mishap there with some of the audio. We were getting things figured out and getting it set up, but we got it all ready to rock and roll here tonight. On yourliveevent.com, it's Section 8AA boys basketball. The quarterfinals going on here tonight. In the north half, the number 4 seed Hawley Nuggets hosting the number 5 seed Bagley Flyers. Winner moves on to play another day. That would be at Saturday at 2 o'clock. And if the Fergus Falls Otters pull out the victory over the number 9 seed Staples Motley, the winner of this one would travel up there. If Staples Motley can pull off the upset, then the winner of this one would host, as it's at the higher seed for these first rounds leading up to the section championship in just a couple of weeks. More to come on our pregame show. We'll get a chance to hear from Darren Karstens, head coach of the Flyers. He's on the way next. It's yourliveevent.com with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Darren Karstens joining us here tonight as they get set for playoff action as well. A long road trip for the Bagley Flyers. But talk about the season, Darren, and how things have been looking, especially coming in here the last couple of weeks.
Well, the last part of the season, I think we've been playing a lot better basketball. I think we started, we were kind of tight at the beginning of the year. We, a lot of seniors, and they were just kind of pressing a little bit, trying to do too much. And, a season like this, you can't do that. You got to use your team. And one thing we learned towards the end of the season was don't need to take like 33s a game, and that's not going to win many games. So our shooting percentage has improved. I think this last part of the year we've had more points in the paint and just good percentage shots. Early in the year, like I said, we were just launching threes and trying to do too much and forcing the action. And it's we've had the last seven games or so we've had like 3-4 guys always at double figures. More balanced scoring. Early in the year wasn't like that. I thought like I said, some of the guys that had played a little bit already last year and the year before, they wanted to do it all, and we couldn't do it that way. And a lot better team basketball lately.
For your team too, was it just the ball movement? I mean, trying to get a little more action, a little more movement to get the ball, especially inside, like you mentioned.
Yeah, our passing's improved, and then we play good defense all year. We play a lot of zone, and a lot of deflections and loose ball things we've gone after, and just that all aspects of the game defensively we've been pretty good at all year. We've given us some offensive rebounds lately, but I think overall our rebounding's been solid, and like I said, our defense has kind of led to some good transition things. We're not a ton of it. We're not definitely not an up and down team, but we've got a few easy ones lately. That's helped us offensively too, because when you have a struggle to score half court, you got to either get to the free throw line or get some easy buckets in transition. And so we've done that lately too to help us kind of find a little run here. And we went on a 5. We won 5 of 6, and we played Winnie Mac and Fertile at the end of the year, and we played well. We lost those games, but we played good. So that's kind of been kind of theme for the last part of the year. But yeah, so that's been the biggest thing. Just better shot selection, and defense has been leading to some better shots and runouts and things like that.
Darren Karstens, head coach of the Bagley Flyers, joining us here on the pregame show. The Flyers in town to take on the Hawley Nuggets in Section 8 AA boys basketball tonight. Again, winner moves on, loser done for the year. That's how the playoffs work. It's March Madness, baby, and we're here tonight for the action in the first round of this boys basketball contest. We'll take another break. We'll come back and look at the brackets. We'll talk about these two teams and get set for the action. Nuggets and the Flyers here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3US.
Providing construction services to the area, it's Four Corners Construction of Ada. Call Neil Miller, 218-790-5436 at Four Corners Construction for all your general building construction, remodeling projects, and new building construction. Four Corners is ready to get to work on your home, farm, or commercial business. Windows, gutters, seamless siding, roofing, and more. Let Four Corners take care of all your construction needs. Call Neil Miller at Four Corners Construction, 218-790-5436.
Back here on a pregame show in Section 8 AA boys basketball. Tonight, officially the play-in round, actually, not the quarterfinals, as it's a true section tournament. You look at the brackets, they cross-bracket for Section 8 AA. In the north half, Hawley Nuggets get the number 4 seed with a 7-11 record coming into tonight's contest. A team they have not seen in the regular season. That's the Bagley Flyers coming in the number 5 seed with an 8-10 record into this one. In the other part of this bracket, the number 1 seed Fergus Falls takes on Staples Motley, the number 9 seed who upset number 8 Monaga on Monday night, 70-51 to make it into that round. The number 2 seed out of the north half is Warroad, hosting number 7 Park Rapids tonight. And number 3 seed out of the south is Breckenridge, hosting number 6 Frazee. That's all in the top half of the 8 teams out of the 16 in this bracket. In the bottom half, in the north half, it's the number 1 seed DGF hosting number 8 Roseau, as Roseau defeated Crookston to end their season on Monday night, 74-65. South half, number 4 is Barnesville hosting number 5 Pelican Rapids. The winner is those two face off at 2 o'clock on Saturday. And the 2 seed out of the south, Perham, hosting the number 7 seed Wadena Deer Creek. And the number 3 seed out of the north, Thief River Falls, hosting number 6 East Grand Forks. Winners of those two will also face off. All 2 o'clock afternoon games for the section quarterfinals coming up on Saturday, March 20th. If the Nuggets win, we'll have coverage of that as well at yourliveevent.com. It could possibly be here if they'd win. That's if Staples Motley would upset the number 1 seed Fergus Falls. Otherwise, Fergus will have the home seed advantage coming into Saturday afternoon's competition. As mentioned, the Nuggets 7-11 on the year. The majority of those games are section games. They ended the section record with a 5-11 record. So other than 2 games in their 18-game schedule, were all section opponents. As for the Bagley Flyers, a much different story. 8-10 is their record coming into tonight's contest. Only 6 of those 18 games were section games. They finished in the section 4-2. A lot of their games were conference matchups, which consist of a lot of the teams from Section 8 and 6 Class A. So it's a little bit different scenario for the Bagley Flyers coming into tonight's contest. Regardless, both teams see some pretty good competition throughout the year and definitely have made them stronger as they move forward into this first round of the Section 8 AA boys basketball playoffs. That's what we've got here for tonight. Lots of action around the area. You can check out all the action, scores, stats, and more at rjbroadcasting.com. RNJ Broadcasting along with Halstead Telephone Company, bringing you this, yourliveevent.com. As it's a live web stream, all home games for the Hawley Golden Nuggets. Girls and boys basketball. We'll have tomorrow's girls matchup for you as well, as they will host the Breckenridge Cowgirls. So we'll look forward to bringing you that as well. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. We'll take a look at the starting lineups next. It's the Hawley Nuggets hosting the Bagley Flyers on yourliveevent.com. Section 8AA boys basketball. The tournaments have begun. March Madness is here. The most wonderful time of the year.
The Minnesota State High School League reminds us that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Support today's teams with the respect they deserve. When you have a great team and great fans, a great game is practically a given. So, root for your team and enjoy every moment of today's game. This reminder is brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Anxious about your retirement funds? We don't blame you. At Bighorn Financial Services, we can help you build confidence within your retirement planning process by offering the ability to not only invest, but protect the money you've worked so hard to put away for the future. If your goal is to grow retirement assets without the risk of losing money in the long term, now is the time to call. Learn how to grow and protect your retirement with the help of Bighorn Financial Services. Call me, Kurt Fillion, at 218-689-6880 to set your appointment soon. Securities offered through FPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
The purpose of the Hawley Nuggets Booster Club is to support and promote athletic activities at Hawley High School by uniting students, parents, coaches, faculty, staff, and the community in a way that enhances the sharing of school spirit and promotes moral and financial support. The club is open to anyone interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School. Please consider becoming a member of the Hawley Nuggets Booster Club today by visiting hawleyboosters.com. Go Nuggets!
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers. Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
Welcome back to our pregame show as we get you geared up for 8AA boys basketball this evening from Hawley. The Nuggets hosting the Bagley Flyers on yourliveevent.com. Time for our starting lineups, brought to you by Heart O' Lakes Meats. Starting lineups brought to you by Heart O' Lakes Meats. Starting lineup, start lining up your table with steaks, ribs, and plenty more meat choices from Jason Stetson staff at Heart O' Lakes Meats in Pelican Rapids. Give them a call at the number you see on your screen, 218-863-MEAT. That's 218-863-6328. Get your meat from Heart O' Lakes Meats. Bringing us our starting lineups here tonight. First off, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Bagley Flyers. They'll start at a guard, senior number 3, Kenley Gordon. The other guard will be a senior number 4, Remington Offworth. Their forwards, a senior number 23, Alec Norum. The other forward, a senior number 34, Jackson Lewis. And their center, a senior number 55, Zach Anderson. Head coach of the Bagley Flyers in his 9th season, Darren Karstens, assisted by Casey Dahl. The Flyers, 8 and 10 on the year, and they're away whites, maroon numerals, and gold trim. Bagley painted across the front. Home team on the scoreboard, the number 4 seed out of the north, the Hawley Golden Nuggets will start like this at a guard. Junior number 5, Hayden Groney. The other guard will be a senior number 22, Alex Bratch. Forwards, a senior number 12, Justin Koski, and sophomore number 23, Mason Groton. And their center, a junior number 24, Brady Groton. Head coach is Nathan Stoa for the Hawley Golden Nuggets in what he told me was his 7th season as head coach of the Nuggets. Travis Haugen and Drew Thompson assist him in the coaching staff here for the Hawley Nuggets. They come in with a 7-11 record. They'll be in their home maroon uniforms with white numerals, gold trim, and Hawley painted across the front. Heart of Lakes Meats bringing us our starting lineups here tonight. It's Section 8 AA Boys Basketball Playoffs from the Gold Mine. Welcome to our broadcast tonight on yourliveevent.com. Great to have you along with us here. Kurt Pillion with the broadcast call tonight in place of Coach Peter Natz. Nuggets will get the tip-off, and we are underway from Hawley this evening as they'll work it around against a 2-3 zone defense set up by the Bagley Flyers, packing it in at tight. They'll kick it right side under the wing. This is Growney with it, looking inside, nothing. He'll skip it. Now to the free throw line. Jumper, good. Brady Groton knocks it down, makes it a 2-0 lead for the Nuggets right away. Good ball movement there by Hawley to get it started, and the ball's going to be knocked away. Nice defense by Hayden Growney. Sporting the tape on that right wrist. He's had some issues with that for a few weeks, in fact, dating back to the Thief River Falls game, even before that he had some trouble. Re-injured a little bit in that game and toughing it out here. Left side, the Gordon with it. He'll get it to the baseline over to Lewis. Lewis on the cutter. Back out around they'll go. Keeping it around the perimeter. And also the 2-3 zone defense. So the 2-3 zone on each side. Right side, they'll get it into the corner now for Alec Norum. Norum fakes a shot, takes a dribble. 17-footers up. Nothing but net. Hand in his face to go with it. And a 2-2 tie for the Flyers and the Nuggets. Just over a minute into the ball game. Nuggets will bring it across to the right side. They'll hand it off on the wing and get it to Bratch. He'll reset left side into the corner. This is Brady Groton. Skip pass right off the screen by Koski. Nice fake there by Bratch. Goes up top. Intense pressure by the Flyers. Inside bounce. Find Koski with a layup. Good. Justin Koski had some guys right behind him too, but didn't seem to affect him too much. Left side, here's Norum with it. Got an open lane there, which can close out pretty quick by the quick feet of the Hawley defense. Inside, they'll work it to Anderson. Shots up, rattles out, no good. Fight for the rebound is battled for off the hands of Norum and out of bounds. So the Nuggets will have it. 2 minutes into the game and a 4-2 lead here on yourliveevent.com. Growney will go right side onto the wing, get it to Bratch. Skips it over to Mason Groton against that 2-3 turnaround shot with the left hand by Brady Groton, no good. Norum will pick up the rebound, and the Flyers will work some offense. To that left wing, just a step beyond that three-point line. Norum was, I think he wanted to take it almost to the free throw line. Anderson, skip pass right. Nice take, leaning in with a shot, no good, but a charging called anyway against Kenley Gordon. That's going to be his first personal and the team's first. The turnover against the Flyers is going to be their first. So nice effort there by the Nuggets inside, stepping in to take that charge. Got to be ready for that. Good to get that inside position. Gordon, he is one of the players that leads in scoring, nearly 12 points a game for the Bagley Flyers. A shot here, no good, and Anderson will get the rebound. Averages 11.9 points a game for the Bagley Flyers. A couple players in those double figures. Him along with Alec Norum right around that 12 points a game mark. Pass right side. Norum shot no good. Offensive rebound. Gordon on the weak side. He'll kick it back up top now to Offworth. He'll go left side. Three-point attempt is on the way. It's off the rim. No good. Koski will pull in the rebound for the Nuggets. 14:50 to play in the first half, and a 4-2 lead for the Nuggets. Right side, here's Bratch. And then his face in that 2-3 zone. Gordon topping that. Here's a jumper by Mason Groton in the lane. No good. Rebound goes for Gordon. His second rebound, he'll bring it up the floor. Norm got it poked from behind. Loose ball, still loose, and the Flyers going to keep it. Again, mishandled, goes out of bounds into the hands of Coach Stoa, and it's going to be stay in Bagley Flyer basketball. So Kenley Gordon, 5 starters that are all seniors here for the Bagley Flyers, so senior dominated. They do have one on the bench as well. Freeborg inside, here's a reverse layup, that's good. Nice look, they find Jackson Lewis for 2 more, and a 4-4 tie. Nuggets will work it to the left side. They'll skip it right side. That zone defense, again, forcing the Nuggets to keep it outside, trying to find something in, and nothing working as Norm gets the rebound. Now it's stolen away. Turnover against the Flyers will be their second. Grani, good look inside. Koski layups up, and it's good. Justin Koski's got 4 to lead the way for the Nuggets, and they've got the lead back at 6-4. Gordon will pass right side off fourth. Back up top, they'll get it. Swing it left for Norham. High post flasher. Anderson. Nice look inside to Lewis, and then he lost the handle out of bounds. Credit the defense of Justin Koski, though, as he had inside position on that help side for the Nuggets defense. Excellent position there by the senior Justin Koski, helping to force turnover number 3 against the Bagley Flyers. The 2-point lead, as you see, 6-4. Brevin Stoa comes into the game. He's got the ball now on that left side. They'll skip it right side for Grani, right back over. Stoa off the bench, averages just over 6 points a game. Here's a 3-point attempt in the corner by Bratch. Misses everything other than the hands of Alec Norham. Norham will get his 3rd rebound here tonight. They'll bring it across to the right side to Offworth. They've got it spread. They'll get the high post flash. Right side to Offworth. Bounce pass in. They'll skip it left. Gordon quick inside finds Norham. Tries to squeeze his way against the defense. Almost worked. He was able to get the shot up, but just a little bit too off balance. And Hayden Grani will pull in the rebound and bring it across. Pass left side. Long bomb 3-pointer by Stoa. No good. Inside position by Zach Anderson. That's going to be his 3rd rebound of the night. 8-2 in rebounding here in the first just over 5 minutes of the ball game. Bagley winning that battle. Pass inside is stolen away by Bratch. 4th turnover against the Flyers. Nuggets yet to make a turnover here in this early part of the game. Ball's kicked out of bounds by Norham. It'll stay Nugget basketball. Dante Frank will come into the game. Sophomore for the Flyers. Anderson will get a breather. Stoa with it at the top of the key. Pass inside, nice cut. There's a nice reverse layup by Alex Bratch on a great find by the freshman Stoa. Increases the lead 8-4 now in favor of the Hawley Nuggets. Offworth with it. NBA range, pressured though by Stoa. Not an open look, that's for sure. They'll get it into the corner for Frank. Back up top, inside. Ball knocked away. Nice defense by Bratch. Inside is Grani. Almost lost it. Tips it up. Little volleyball tip there by Hayden Grani right to himself. Sets it in instead. 10-4 in favor of the Nuggets. A nifty little play there. Off balance. Here's a jumper from the free throw line. That's good. Alec Norham knocks it down. He's got 4. Koski's got 4 to lead the way for the Nuggets. Lead back down to 4, 10-6. Right side. Skip Bratch was open momentarily. Looked at it. Tries inside instead to Koski. He's double team. Tries to push his way through the defense. Not going to work up top. He'll get it to Stoa. Brevin tries a little shake and bake. Stop and pop. 8-footer no good. Rebound goes to Norham. That's going to be his 4th already. So Alec Norham averages around 7 rebounds a game. He's almost to his average here in the first 6 minutes. Jumper's on the way. That's good. Dante Frank knocks it down off the bench and gets the Flyers within 1, 10-9. Pass left side, Stoa. Free throw line extended. They'll go down low. Reverse layup. Koski can't get it to go. And Lewis is there for the rebound. Lewis's first board. Right side, they'll get it off Worth. Try and bounce it inside. He does. Lewis, nice cut. Norham with the layup. That's good. He's got 6. And it's a 7-0 run here for the Bagley Flyers in the last 2 minutes. And they take their first lead of the game at 11-10. Granny, he'll try the three-pointer on the way, off the rim, no good, and the rebound goes for Narum. He's going to pull in his 5th rebound already. He'll push it up the floor. He had a 2-on-4, probably not to the Flyers' favor. Good decision. Ball's going to be stripped away. Granny takes it down the floor through the traffic, lost it. I think it went off his leg. It did. Turnover against the Flyers. That's going to be their first turnover of this game. He was taking that risk, trying to take it through the defense. Didn't work in the Nuggets' favor. They've forced 5 turnovers against the Flyers here in the first almost 8 minutes of the game. The Flyers on a nice 7-0 run here just in the last 2.5 minutes. Little pressure put on, try the half-court trap against Frank. Right side gets through it, off fourth free throw line. Norum eyes up the situation and knocks down the jumper. He's got 8 points. Boy, he's nearing his average for a game in not even the half of the first half. Average is just under 12 points and 7 rebounds a game. He's got 8 points, 5 rebounds. Pass inside is going to be deflected, and Frank gets the steal. Here come the Flyers, up 13-10, top of the key. A little stutter there on a crossover. Had some space. He didn't even look at the basket, though. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Flyer basketball. I think Coach Carstens was saying, look at the basket, shoot. He had an open shot there for a moment. As Alex Joby will inbounds here for the Flyers to the free throw line. Anderson, right side Norm. I think they were trying to skip that, and Anderson thought it was coming to him, slipped through his hands, went out of bounds. As the result, turnover number 6 against Bagley. Good heads-up play by Anderson, but just didn't realize that one of his teammates was right behind him, that I believe they were trying to get it to Joby. Mason Groton with it now. He's got some trouble, and the ball's knocked away. Norum with the steal up the floor, a 3-on-1. Layups up, and it's good. Norum's got double figures, 10 points in the first 9 minutes of the game, and it's a 15-10 lead for the Flyers on an 11-0 run. Skip left side, stolen away by Frank, and here come the Flyers. Down to the other end, bounce pass, Joby with a shot. It was good, but they call it charging against the Flyers. As he was trying to stop there for a second, I thought it was going to be a travel is what I expected. Frank with his first personal, team's second, and a timeout for the Nuggets. On your community co-op scoreboard, the Flyers on a 11-0 run in the last 3.5 minutes to make it 15-10 with 8:47 to play first half of this Section 8 AA boys basketball play-in round from Hawley tonight.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Flyers trying to keep the momentum going here as they've got an 11-0 run. Moving on here after a timeout taken by the Hawley Nuggets to try and regroup and get things going. Not only an 11-0 run, but also now 4 turnovers against the Nuggets. They had no turnovers in the first nearly 7 minutes of this first half. Up top, here's Bratch with it. Pressure against that 2-3 zone that moves really well for the Flyers. On the baseline, Koski, he's pressured, tries to get around, and Norum pokes it away. Turnover number 5 against the Nuggets. Up the floor, Joby takes it against the defense, off balance. Shot no good, but he's fouled. He'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. The freshman, who averages about 6 points off the bench, is going to go to the line to shoot 2 as the foul going against Justin Koski. Trying to get inside position, didn't get there in time. His first and the team's first with 8:22 to play first half. Free throw by Joby is up. That's good. Alex Joby, the lone freshman on the roster list here for the Bagley Flyers. Again, a senior-dominated team with 6 seniors, 5 that start. Second free throw is up, and that's good. Joby knocks it down for the Bagley Flyers to increase this run to a 13-0 run and make it a 17-10 lead for the Bagley Flyers here tonight. Pass left side, Mason Groton trying to get the defensive fourth off of him. Leans in, inside pass. Again, almost deflected pass left side for Koski. Out of his reach, turnover 6 against the Hawley Nuggets. Brady Groton will come in. And we will say Bryant Carlisle, who is in the game, he'll take a seat. Joby will inbound it to Dante Frank, who will bring it across. A 13-0 run by the Bagley Flyers, trying to increase that here. Pass that was almost stolen away by Grani. And now it's going to be a turnover as Joby tried to get away from the defense. As he did, he stepped out of bounds. So good job by Grani. Getting some assistance from that sideline to be a defender with him. 14 turnovers between the two teams here. Just over 11 minutes into the contest. The 4 versus 5 in the north half. For Section 8 AA boys basketball tonight from Hawley, and a foul inside. Nice take by Alex Bratch. Forces foul number 3 against the Flyers. Zach Anderson, that's going to be his first personal, team's 3rd. Kenley Gordon will come back in, and Remington Offworth will take a seat. He's done a nice job defensively here tonight for the Flyers up in that 2-3 zone defense. Putting on some pressure on those wings when they get out there. And when they try and drive, even those flashers in the high post, Nuggets have tried to bring across. He's done a good job of closing that out. Ball is going to be tipped. Norham's going to get credit with the rebound. It was tipped by Anderson. 6th rebound for Alec Norham. 2 more points, and he's at his game average. Inside, nice look. They find Zach Anderson. He gets 2 more. And a 15-0 run for the Bagley Flyers to make it 19-10. It was 10-4 at one point in favor of the Nuggets. There's a running jumper. That's up and good. Finally breaks that 15-0 run in the last nearly 6 minutes for the Bagley Flyers. Pass to the left side, Frank with it. Frank will drive baseline. He'll be cut off by the defense. Back up top. Quick hit into the corner. Joby 3-pointer is off, but into the hands of Frank. Weak side rebound. Good. Dante Frank with his first rebound. 2 more points. He's got 5 of those. A 21-12 lead for the Bagley Flyers. On a long road trip to Hawley here tonight for Bagley on the first meeting between these two teams this year. The shot by Grani, no good. He gets his own rebound, tries another attempt, but can't get it to go. He is fouled. He'll head to the free throw line to shoot a couple. Norham will pick up his first personal, team's 4th. So Hayden Grani Jr., who leads the way in scoring, averaging nearly 15 points a game. First free throw is up, and it's good. And a timeout for Darren Carstens and the Flyers. 6:20 to play first half. 21-13 is the lead on your Community Co-op scoreboard for the Bagley Flyers. Section 8 AA boys basketball playoffs here tonight from Hawley on yourliveevent.com.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local farm mutual, my agent was able to cover everything, giving us more trust in tomorrow.
Welcome back to Hawley. Second free throw of 2 for Hayden Grani. Also good to make it 21-14. Out of the timeout taken by the Flyers. Gordon with it up top. Against now a man-to-man defense by the Nuggets. And a 5-second call is forced. On the dribble up top there by Gordon. 9 turnovers against the Bagley Flyers here in this first half. As Grani will bring it across. He'll get it now to Cole Sunday, who's into the ball game out of the timeout. Into the corner, Brady Groton to Mason at the elbow. Back out, Grani 3-pointers up, and that's good. Hayden Grani knocks it down for the Hawley Nuggets. He's got 7. including a 2-pointer, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and now that 3-pointer. Much needed little increase, little boost here for the Hawley Nuggets. Needed some energy. Pass inside is knocked away by Mason Groton. Turnover 10 against the Flyers. And here come the Nuggets marching down the lane. Shot no good. In fact, it's going to be a charging call against Mason Groton, his first, team second. Turnover 7 against the Nuggets. Nice position by Anderson inside. Or excuse me, Lewis inside it would have been for the Flyers. Anderson's on the bench. Baseball pass down the, I was going to say down the field. It's going to be tipped away by the defense of the Nuggets. They were trying to get it to Gordon in a 1-on-2 situation. Risky spot, but could have paid dividends if it would have been right on the mark, and the Nuggets weren't ready defensively. Grani, 3-pointer's up, and that's good. Knocks another one down from the left side. He's in double figures with 10. Nearing his game average of just over, I think I said just under 15. He's just over 14. 14.2 points per game he averages. And the Nuggets within 21-20. Norham tries to take it down the lane. It was deflected, went off his leg and out of bounds. Turnover 12 against the Flyers. So a chance for the Nuggets to regain the lead here. Seen one lead change in this first half. Saw 2 ties at 2 and 4. A 10-4 largest lead for the Hawley Nuggets was cut down and completely taken away, and then a 9-point lead for the Bagley Flyers on a 15-0 run. Here's Norham with the rebound, his 7th. And the pressure put on by Hawley after that missed shot. Frank to the right side. They'll get it in the corner. Offworth takes a dribble, 17-footer, rattles around, drops in good. Touched every part of the rim there for Remington Offworth. And the backboard partially rolled all the way around the rim and in. So he got his money's worth on that one. Here's a 3-point attempt by the Nuggets, no good. Gordon will pick up his 3rd rebound, and the Nuggets are going to pick up a foul. Brady Groton trying to take it away, got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. His first personal, team's 3rd. 23-20, Bagley by 3 with 4:12 to play in the first half. In this Section 8 AA basketball from Hawley tonight, winner faces the winner of Fergus Falls and Staples Motley in the 1 versus 9 in the south half. So they cross bracket for 8 AA. As the ball stolen away, here comes Mason Groton up the floor. Layup by Bratch, gets it to go, and 1. Give me one more, says Alex Bratch. And he'll have that opportunity. Here's the foul against the Flyers. Going against Jackson Lewis, his 1st and the team's 5th. And again, it's at the higher seed, so if Staples Motley pulled off the victory, the big upset that would be in a 9-1. Then the winner of this one would host on Saturday at 2 o'clock. If Fergus Falls wins, they will host the winner of this one on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Ball poked away again. The hands active here for the Hawley Nuggets defense. And it's gotten a lot more activity here since that 15-0 run by the Flyers that was finally halted, and some momentum finally on the Nuggets side. Nice take by Kenley Gordon. Gets his first 2 of the game. 25-22 Bagley holding on to that lead. Kenley Gordon leads the team. 11.9 points per game. Leads in rebounds with 5.4 as well, and also in assists, 2.8. Here's a floater in the lane. Bratch can't get the shot to go, and Frank will get the rebound, his 2nd. So leading points and assists, Kenley Gordon. Hasn't scored much in this first half, but rightfully so. They're going to key on him defensively to try and shut him down, force other players to step up, which they have here tonight. Norham averaging 11.8. He gets the ball again. Spin around, tries to get in with a shot. He'll travel. He picked up that pivot foot. Turnover 14 against the Flyers tonight. Brevin Stoa into the game, and we'll also see Justin Koski re-enter for the Hawley Nuggets. Nuggets with 3 players at or near, only 1 in double figures for average. Brady Groton with 9-point average coming into the game, 8.9 for Alex Bratch right behind him. So they spread the ball out really well and balance things out. Grani, who leads the team in scoring at 14.2, he leads the team tonight with 10 right now. Inside, Mason Groton tries to spin away from the defense. Little reverse layup, not going to work, but he is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. As the foul going against Dante Frank, that's going to be his 2nd personal, team 6th. So 2:36 to play in the first half, and sophomore Mason Grattan will head to the free throw line for two. First one off the front of the rim, no good. Alex Job, the freshman, I think I was calling him Joby before. Alex Job, the freshman, averages 6.4 points off the bench, and some stats provided by the coaching staff here tonight on both sides. Appreciate it very much. Sunday with the rebound to Stoa. He'll try a long three, no good. And Job will get the rebound, his second. Flyers are definitely dominating the rebounding stats. We'll look at that at halftime here. Stay tuned for our halftime report. Norum with a shot, little scoop shot, no good, and Koski will get the rebound. That's his second. Up the floor come the Hawley Nuggets, down by 3, 25-22. Ball knocked away. Job, good defense by the freshman, almost got it. Grani inside, nice look. Here's a layup by Mason Grattan. He's got 4. Beautiful dish inside by Hayden Grani. Seeing his teammate go down the baseline, say, here you go, bud. Job with it on the left side. He'll come back up top. Again, got it knocked away. Stoa over to Grani. Wide open layup. That's good. Hayden Grani's got 12 and a timeout for the Bagley Flyers with 1:43 to play first half. Nuggets regain the lead 26-25 on your community co-op scoreboard in the Section 8 AA Boys Basketball Playoff on yourliveevent.com.
The Hawley Education Foundation is a nonprofit organization focused on providing grants for classroom impact in the Hawley School District. The purpose of the foundation is to provide capital to advance, promote, and enhance educational programs for Hawley teachers and students. The foundation invites you to contribute by going to www.hawleyedfoundation.org and donating to the Hawley Education Foundation. Our students deserve the best, and with your donations, we can make that happen.
Nugget Sports Now with yourliveevent.com. More information from the Hawley School and Athletic Departments is featured on 106.5 KRJB each week. Join us for Hawley School News Thursdays at 1:15 on 106.5 KRJB. And the Hawley coaches are featured in the KRJB Coaches Corner program. It begins Saturdays at 9 a.m. The Hawley coaches are featured at approximately 10:45. Hawley School Athletics and Events with 106.5 KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
Back here in Hawley, out of the timeout taken by the Bagley Flyers. 5 timeouts allotted per team. Bagley's taken 2 of those. Holy, that was a long stride there by Job, the freshman. He's not very tall, but boy, he had some long strides there, and he capitalized on it to make it 27-26. Third lead change of the game. We've got a foul inside going against the Bagley Flyers. That is going to be Kenley Gordon, his second. Team 7th, so to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 will be Justin Koski. Oh, he was going for the shot. Okay, he got 2. He's got 2 coming there his way. Free throw is up, and the free throw no good. Again, stay tuned. Halftime, we'll go through the stats. Very dominating performance, especially on the rebounding for the Bagley Flyers. Otherwise, scoring back and forth, a lot of turnovers that we've seen here in this first half on the Flyers side. Second free throw good, up to 5 points now for Justin Koski, and we are tied at 27, the third tie of the game that we've seen. Bounce pass inside, Norum turnaround, shot good. Alec Norum, 12 points, 7 rebounds tonight. He's a step above his average. His average is about 4.9 rebounds per game this season, so he's almost not quite doubling that, but he's definitely doing a heck of a job here in this first half for the Flyers with their lead, 29-27. Inside Stoa, nice grab there in midair by Koski, can't get it to go, and Gordon's going to pick up the rebound, his 4th. Up the floor, Norum through the traffic, he's going to be fouled. Reach in against the Nuggets, that'll be their 4th team foul. And Justin Koski picking up his 2nd. Mason and Brady Groton each with 1 foul apiece for the other 2. Gordon and Frank each with 2 fouls on the Bagley side, otherwise nobody else with 2. Job inside Lewis. Free throw line, he'll pass left side Gordon. He eyes up the 3, he says, nah, we'll try and get something a little bit better. Job with it into the corner. Cut inside, nice cut by Offworth, but it's knocked away by Brady Gratton, and turnover number 16 against the Flyers. Inside out, Stoa, the freshman 3-pointer off the rim, no good. Job says, let me have that one, I got her. His 3rd rebound tonight. Don't have how many rebounds Job averages each per game, but he's at the 3 mark already. And we've got 13 seconds to play first half. Gordon top of the key. Norum, he'll fire up a 3-pointer. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Alec Norum. And a 32-27 lead. Last second shot, Grani, 35-footer. Rims out no good. And your halftime score on your community co-op scoreboard, it's Bagley 32, Hawley 27. Section 8 AA boys basketball in the north half. The 4 versus 5 is just as it is advertised. A tight ball game here and a fun one to be part of here this evening on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back, look at our halftime stats when we return with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Heart of Lakes Meets is a proud supporter of the Heart of Lakes Conference. Thanks to all Heart of Lakes school districts, coaches, and student athletes for their hard work and adaptability through this winter season. The future looks brighter knowing we can face challenges together. The best way out is always through, and we believe we will come out of these challenges strong. Heart of Lakes Meats is a USDA-inspected meat processing plant located in Pelican Rapids. We support our local farmers and community any way we can. Good luck to all Heart of Lakes Conference teams from Heart of Lakes Meats in Pelican Rapids.
Some sunshine and some warmer temps. Getting ready here to look ahead to spring. And this update from Norman County Implement, only one remaining Willrich 50-foot field cultivator. Call Chuck or Neil for pricing on this one remaining Willrich 50-foot field cultivator. It's on the lot and ready for spring work from Norman County Implement. They thank you for your business. And don't forget the recent trades of Grain Vac and the new Unverfirth seed tender available from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
The Hawley Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics with various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball and softball scoreboards, donations to the dance and wrestling teams, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available on monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit HawleyBoosters.com for more information.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email Jennifer at hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
5-point lead for the Bagley Flyers here at halftime. In a tight ball game, there is one dominating effect in this game, and that is the rebounding. The Bagley Flyers out-rebounding the Hawley Nuggets in the first 18 minutes of play, 20-5. A big first half here for the Bagley Flyers despite 16 turnovers after one half of play. Alec Norum, who averages 11.8 points, 4.9 rebounds per game this season, leads the way with 15 points and 7 rebounds in the first half of basketball here tonight. Dante Frank off the bench, 5 points, and then 2 apiece for Kenley Gordon, Remington Offworth, Jackson Lewis, and Zach Anderson. All spread out there, so almost everybody getting in the scoring column here. Everybody has that stepped on the floor for the Bagley Flyers. All 7 players that have stepped on the floor have scored. Flyers 2 of 2 from the free throw line as a team. Alex Job had all of those as a freshman. He actually had 4 points. I missed his. So 5 for Frank, 4 for Job. As far as the rebounding goes, as mentioned, 20 rebounds, 7 of those for Alec Norum. So him himself with a couple more rebounds than the entire Nugget team here in this first half. 4 rebounds for Kenley Gordon, 3 apiece for Jackson Lewis and Zach Anderson. 2 for Dante Frank and 1 for Remington Offworth in their rebounding category. Had 7 fouls in the first half. Kenley Gordon had 2, so did Dante Frank. Otherwise, 3 players with 1 that included Alec Norum, Jackson Lewis, and Zach Anderson. As mentioned, the 16 turnovers against the Bagley Flyers in the first half as they lead 32-27. For the Hawley Nuggets, they're led by Hayden Grani with 12 points, including 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and he knocked down a couple of three-pointers. The only 2 threes for the Nuggets here in this first half. They've tried several others, but unable to connect. Justin Koski, 5 points, including 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 points apiece for Alex Bratch and Mason Groton, and 2 points for Brady Groton. 3 of 7 from the line as a team. Grani 2 for 2. Justin Koski 1 for 2. Alex Bratch 0 for 1. And Mason Groton 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Of the 5 rebounds that they had, Grani had 2. Koski had 2. 1 for Cole Sunday off the bench. 4 fouls, 2 of those against Koski, and then 1 against the Groton boys, Mason and Brady. And 7 turnovers against Hawley as they trail 32-27 here at halftime. As mentioned, 2 3-pointers for the Nuggets. The Flyers had a couple as well. Norum knocked down 1 late in the first half. Dante Frank had 1 off the bench for Bagley as well. We have seen 3 lead changes and 3 ties in this game. The ties at 2-4 and 27. A 15-0 run by the Bagley Flyers that lasted just under 7 minutes in this first half that kind of separated it for a moment. Their largest lead 9 points. The largest lead for the Nuggets at 6 when it was 10-4. Then all of a sudden, bing, bang, boom, it was 19-10 in favor of Bagley. And then it went back and forth as the intensity started to gather for the Hawley Nuggets, especially on the defensive side, forcing a lot more turnovers and getting some transition buckets. They need that to continue here in the second half. Section 8 AA boys basketball winner moves on to play at 2 o'clock on Saturday and keep their hopes alive in the 2021 season. Loser done for the year. That's how the playoffs work. And it's a 5-point lead for the Bagley Flyers, 32-27 here on YourLiveEvent.com. Halftime report wrapping up. We're back with more from Hawley right after this.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3US.
Nuggets coming out onto the floor, as you see. Hayden Grani along with Justin Koski, Mason, and Brady Groton. And Alex Bratch, the starting five. Bagley Flyers will start the same way as well. Kenley Gordon, Remington off with Alec Norum, Jackson Lewis, and Zach Anderson. Senior-dominated team. Those were all seniors for Bagley. A junior, or two juniors, two seniors, and a sophomore for the Hawley Nuggets. Each of them with a freshman that comes off the bench. Stoa on the Hawley side and Job on the Bagley side. Foul underneath as the Nuggets will pick up their first team foul. And the foul going against Mason Groton is going to be his second personal. To the line to shoot a couple will be Kenley Gordon, who attacked the basket. And a nice look inside for the Flyers. Can't knock that one down. He'll have one more chance. Kenley, again, averages just under 12 points a game. He's only at 2 right now. Nuggets have done a nice job of defensively shutting him down. But boy, as he had in a game that's a team game, his team has stepped up, including Alec Norum, who leads the way with 15 points. But just a nice balanced attack for these guys here tonight. Beyond that, as all 7 players who have played for the Flyers have scored. Nuggets, Bratch had some trouble there. Got it over to Grani against that 2-3 zone that's been extended out here by the Flyers. They do a nice job of moving in that. Ball on a skip is going to go out of bounds. Turnover number 8 tonight for the Hawley Nuggets. Again, the largest lead tonight for Bagley, 9 points at 19-10, following a 15-0 run that lasted just under 7 minutes in that first half. Here's a jumper by Norum, almost crawled in, didn't though, and a rebound going to be Koski. He'll pick up his third. And the sky in there was Lewis down at the other end, left-handed layup, good. Mason Groton's got 2 more, he's got 6. Back down to a 4-point Flyer lead, 33-29. Norum will pass over to the left side for Lewis. Lewis eyeing up the situation here. Grani taking a little break there on him. Inside, nice give and go. Can't get the layup to go. The ball's tipped a couple of times by Norum, and it's going to be grabbed by Grani. Down the floor, he'll take it. Back out, faking the shot. Here's a jumper. Bratch at the elbow, no good. And the rebound secured by Zach Anderson, who almost got it ripped away by Justin Koski. And now a turnover against the Flyers. Just a little miscue between the Flyer players. Results in turnover number 17 tonight for Bagley. And a great opportunity for the Nuggets underneath their own hoop. With 16:20 to play. Jumping in there. Brady Groton 2 more. He's got 4. Down to a 2-point lead. 33-31. Flyers by 2 on yourliveevent.com. Boys basketball tonight. We'll have coverage of the girls action for you tomorrow as well, as the Nuggets host the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Shot no good. And we got a foul underneath. Anderson caught with the push, his second, and the team's first of this second half. Good inside position by the Nuggets. Coach Stoa talked about that before the game. Not only boxing out, but aggressively going after those rebounds, knowing that they've got some big boys they got to contend with inside, some physical guys. Bagley always has physical players, that's for sure. Right side, Groton three-pointer is up, no good. The three-pointer was good, but call it off as a foul was committed prior to that. Not too often you can say a foul plays to your benefit, but Norum blasting his way through the screen over on that other side. Picks up his second personal, the team's second, and resulted in a dead ball play where Groton was able to knock down that three. So works in the Flyers' favor this time. Look at that. Can't connect on that basket and keeps it a 2-point lead for Bagley now. Gordon around the defense. Bratch right there harassing him along with Mason Groton. Bounce pass inside. Norm wide open on the other side was Lewis. They didn't have a chance to see him before that was going on, as that pressure was so intense by the Nuggets. Forces a timeout for the Flyers. With 15-16 to play in the game, it's a 33-31 lead for Bagley. On yourliveevent.com, our scoreboard brought to you by Community Co-ops.
Providing construction services to the area, it's Four Corners Construction of Ada. Call Neil Miller, 218-790-5436 at Four Corners Construction for all your general building construction, remodeling projects, and new building construction. Four Corners is ready to get to work on your home, farm, or commercial business. Windows, gutters, seamless siding, roofing, and more. Let Four Corners take care of all your construction needs. Call Neil Miller at Four Corners Construction, 218-790-5436.
Welcome back to Hawley. The Nuggets trailing by 2, trying to get a little bit of momentum going like they had late in that first half to get back into this one after trailing by 9 points. That the Flyers were able to get a 15-0 run to break things open for a little bit there. And instead of letting it get away, the Nuggets increased that intensity on the defensive side and came up with some really nice plays, including some transition buckets. Here's Gordon faking the three, takes a step left, says, I'll try that. Rattles out, no good. And Groundy with the rebound. That's going to be his 4th. Right side, Groundy up top. They'll get it to Groton, three-pointer, off, no good. Offensive rebound by Justin Koski. Inside, turnaround shot deflected, and it's Lewis coming up with the rebound, his 4th. Lewis harassed, pivots to get away, and Anderson will get it. That was nice and cool and calmly get it over to Gordon. And up to Norum, who tries to get away from the defense. Nice spin, floats one up, no good. Anderson with an offensive rebound, can't get it to go. Tries another one, reverse layup, rolls off, no good. Gets another rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Nuggets. 6 rebounds tonight for Zach Anderson. Inside, nice look. They find Gordon, shot no good, but he gets his own rebound. Back to the elbow, Lewis. Lewis down low. Norum fakes the shot, leans in, shot rejected by Groton and grabbed by Koski, and here come the Nuggets. Nuggets with it, top of the key. Groundy floats one up from 10, no good, and the rebound goes to Anderson. Gordon pressured, he'll get it to Norum. They've got some numbers if they can push it up the floor. Nuggets do get back quick. Here's Offworth, three-pointer, knocks it down. Remington Offworth hits it for the Bagley Flyers. And back to a 5-point Bagley lead at 36-31. Bratch with it on the wing. 13:50 to play in this Section 8 AA, what's considered a play-in game for the section tournament. A section where they cross brackets, so the South half, number 1, Fergus Falls, hosting the 9-seed Staples Motley tonight down in Fergus. Fergus has a pretty good handle on that game down there, so as long as they hold on to that, and if they get the victory, they will host at 2 o'clock on Saturday against the winner of this one. Skip pass right side, Grani with it. They need some movement against this 2-3 zone is what they need. Too much standing still as Bratch is going to be cut off by the defensive Frank. Back up, they'll get it. Over to Bratch. Top of the key again, they'll get it. Grani. Koski's trying to get inside position inside, but you got Lewis right down there, and then also Frank, who is very active in that 2-3 zone defense on the wing. Shot is no good. Forcing a tough one there, and Gordon will pick up the rebound. Here come the Flyers. Top of the key, Gordon hands it off to Offworth. He'll go left side now, Norum. Handing it off to Frank. Nice little crossover. Dante Frank lost the handle of it in midair, and Bratch is going to come up with the rebound inside. A shot no good. We got a charging call against the Nuggets. Grani says, what? I kind of say the same thing. What? Must have lowered the shoulder just enough and right in front of the official for them to see. Grani going to pick up his first and the team's second. It'll be turnover number 9 against Hawley here tonight. And the Flyers will try and capitalize on this opportunity. Frank skip pass left for Offworth. Got a hand in his face there quickly as that one really floated across the lane. Nice little spin move there by Lewis. Shot not good, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Stoa. Stays Bagley basketball. Boy, this Flyer defense, even their offense, they're moving, but defense especially, even on those rebounds, I mean, when they're on the outside position, their hands are still moving and forcing a really tough spot for the Nuggets when they're trying to get the rebound. They just can't get the ball to go in down low, especially Lewis. Just a couple of layups there. A little bit contested, but ones that you'd think should go in. Left side, here's Grani, three-pointer, off the rim, no good. Lewis says, give me that ball. Get a little mad here. Up the floor they'll go. Offworth fakes the shot, tries the shot. It's good and one. Remington Offworth has a chance at a three-point play. Fouls going against Brady Groton, his second, team's third. And back to a 7-point lead for the Bagley Flyers. With 12 minutes to play in this one, Anderson will come in and Lewis will take a much-deserved break for the Bagley Flyers. He has been a workhorse inside. Jackson Lewis is one of the 6 seniors on this team. Offworth, free throw no good, and the rebound goes for Stoa. That's his first. So Nuggets will work it across the timeline. They'll go left side for Grani. Staying a 7-point lead for Bagley, 38-31. In a game where we've seen 3 lead changes and 3 ties. Shot no good. Koski offensive rebound. Sky is in for the shot. Good. Justin Koski's got 7 points here tonight. To go along with his 6 rebounds. And the Flyers have it on the far side for Frank off the screen. Little pick and drop there for Anderson, who's at the high post and makes his way into the post position. Ball's knocked away. Groton with the steal up the floor. Grani with a layup. Good. 14 for Hayden Grani, up to his game time average here. And it's 38-35. Flyers by 3. 11 minutes to play in the game. Winner moves on. Loser done for the year with playoffs. Frank drives in. Lost the grip. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay Flyer basketball. Inside position there by Brady Groton was trying to take the charge. Had a grip on the ball there too, it looked like, when Frank was coming down with it, and then it rolled off of Groton's body and out on the baseline. Oh, nice spin move there. Gordon shot no good, but he spun a little bit too much there. Got a little too dizzy. Tried to spin his way through the defense. Turnover 19 as the result on a travel call. So the Nuggets will work it across. They'll bounce over to Stoa. 3-pointers on the way to tie it. He does. The freshman knocks it down. A big 3-pointer there for the Hawley Nuggets as we are tied at 38. A 7-0 lead, or a 7-0 run for the Nuggets now in the last just over 90 seconds. A game of runs it is. Flyers had one in the first half. 15-0 run that lasted almost 7 minutes. Foul here against Brady Groton, his 3rd personal, team's 4th, as he was trying to squeeze his way through there on that screen. Got caught with the grab as Lewis will come in. Gordon will take a seat. Frank will inbound. Set up that box around the key left side. They'll get it to Offworth. Offworth drives. Passes back out. Frank fakes the 3. Nice floater there from 10. No good. Got some physical play inside and a charging call going against Dante Frank. Frank's 3rd personal, team's 3rd. That'll give it back to the Nuggets and a chance to regain the lead here tonight. Flyers have led the entire second half at a 32-27 lead at halftime. Built up a 7-point lead. And now right back into it are the Nuggets. Right side, they'll get it Stoa. 10 minutes to play in this one. Into the corner, Groton. Skip pass, left side. Sunday, who's in the game, inside for Stoa. Jumper, too hard, and Norum will come up with that rebound. He had 7 rebounds in the first half, only his first of the second half, for a total of 8 in the game. Right side, Offworth with it. He is going to double dribble. Double dribble call against the Flyers. Their 21st turnover here tonight. Job will come in. Anderson takes a seat. Again on the floor, Koski will inbound to Grani. Stoa's out there along with Brady Groton and Cole Sunday. 9:40 to play in the game. A 38-38 tie in this 4-versus-5 matchup from the north half of Section 8 AA. Again, they cross brackets, so a true section tournament is what this turns out to be. On the drive, Grani's shot was contested. Gets his own rebound, and the putback good. Hayden Grani's got 16 points. His 5th rebound as well, and a 40 34-38 lead for the Nuggets. So the fourth lead change of the night goes in favor of the Nuggets by 2. Pass left side, Job with it. He'll fire the long three-pointer. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the freshman. 7 for Alex Job here tonight. And a 41-40 lead for Bagley halfway through this second half. Right side, Brady Groton against that 2-3 zone defense. It's been that way the entire night for those white jerseys, the Bagley Flyers. Down the baseline goes Koski, cut off by the defense. Back out they'll go Sunday. Eyeing up the three for a moment there, Stoa, but not for very long. The other freshman there, Job, had a hand in his face pretty quick. Inside pass, deflected, loose ball. Good heads-up play by Norham to try and tip it off of the Nuggets. Loose ball play. All over the place that ball goes off of Remington Offworth, who was trying to get it off his foot, and the Nuggets will have it. Aggressive play, though. Norham was trying to, instead of falling out of bounds with it, just threw it right back at the Nuggets to see if he could catch them off balance. The pass in bounds is going to be stolen away by Gordon. Only the 10th turnover of the night for the Nuggets, but they trail by 1, 41-40, with just over 8 minutes to play in the game. Gordon with it on the wing. He'll hand it off to Norham. Norham had 15 points at halftime, 0 in this second half. Still at that 15 mark. Gordon double teamed inside. Lewis turns around, got the ball ripped away. It'll stay Bagley basketball. But Jackson Lewis has done a nice job inside to get that inside position. Flyers have done a good job of trying to get it in there, but they've had some really tough spots against that defense on the wing. Oh, Gordon with the old trick play off the back. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Thank you for bringing that out, Kenley Gordon. Tossed it off the back of Bratch, who was looking the other way on the help side defense. Pass left side out of his reach, out of bounds. Turnover against the Nuggets will be their 11th. And Kenley Gordon, using that senior leadership, says, boy, I'm right under the basket. Nobody's looking. I'm going to just toss it off. He'll be the first player to touch it. I'll step in, get that ball, and get a couple points. Offworth tries to make his way up the floor. Sunday cuts him off. He's called with the block, his first, and the team's 5th. Offworth will inbound. He'll get it to Job, right back over to him. The give and go. He'll stop at the 18-foot mark, and it's going to be no good. Loose ball is still loose, and it's going to be Bratch credited with the rebound, his second, and saves it inbounds to his teammate Cole Sunday across the timeline. Come the Nuggets trailing by 3, 43-40. 7:10 to play in the game. Again, winner will be most likely traveling to Fergus Falls on Saturday at 2 o'clock, as they had a pretty hefty lead over Staples Motley. Three-pointer by Stoa, no good. Nice inside position by Lewis, his 6th rebound tonight. And gets it to his point guard, Kenley Gordon. Gordon right side, Job left open, three-pointer, misses everything. Brady Groton able to get the rebound. That's going to be his first rebound tonight. And across the timeline come the Nuggets. Stoa with it, pressured by Norham. Back up top, they'll get it to Sunday. 43-40. A 3-point lead for the Bagley Flyers. A game that hasn't been any more than a 9-point game. It hasn't been a double-figure lead for either team, despite a 15-0 run by the Flyers in the first half. Jump stop, Stoa. Jump pass is going to be knocked around, out of bounds. Job off his hands, almost able to get a steal, but slipped and goes out on the baseline, so the Nuggets will keep it. Dante Frank back in. Offworth will take a seat. Brady Groton will sit down here for the Nuggets. And Koski will come back in for him. Sunday with a pass. They'll skip it right side now to Grani. They'll reset near half court against that 2-3 zone defense. Nuggets have mixed it up a little bit with their defense from a 2-3 to an intense man-to-man pressure. Long rebound on the weak side. Sunday will hunt that down, get his second rebound here tonight. Ball's deflected. Stoa on the drive, running jumper off the mark, no good, and Lewis will pull in his 7th rebound. To Norham to bring it up. Norham running jumper in the lane, shot no good, and Stoa pulls in the board. That's his second. And then we got a travel call against Brevin Stoa, trying to get away from the traffic And a turnover against the Nuggets will be their 12th. 5:39 to play in this game. And the Flyers hanging on to a 3-point lead here with Mason Groton coming in. Stoa will take a seat. So Mason, Stoa, Grani, along with Bratch, Koski, and Sunday on the floor for the Nuggets, as we got a foul against Hawley. That's going to be their 6th team foul. Koski's going to pick up his 3rd personal on the reach. Line set here for the Bagley Flyers. They'll get the screens across. Ball's deflected by Grani. It'll stay Bagley basketball, so they'll just try it again from basically the same spot. Now they'll have to shift closer to the corner. Here's where Gordon's going to have to inbound. They'll get it up top to Norum, their outlet player there. Norum was left open momentarily. He's knocked down 1 3-pointer tonight. Frank also has. He drives, kicks it free throw line down to Gordon. Gordon will step back. Inside, little mismatch. And Norum is going to be called with the foul. That's his 3rd personal, team's 4th. And turnover number 22 against the Bagley Flyers. Groton will come in and Koski will take a seat. 5:20 to play in the game. 43-40 in favor of Bagley here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Coverage made possible by the sponsors you've seen. Another charging call. Everybody's getting set for the charge here tonight. Grani with his 2nd personal, team's 7th, and due to the fact there was a player control foul, they will not be shooting free throws. They are in the bonus situation, are the Bagley Flyers. Nuggets are still a few fouls away from that. There was a turnover, though, against Hawley as well. That'll be their 13th. Norum with it inside. They find Lewis. Turnaround jumper. Still can't get him to go. Here's a rebound by Mason Groton, his 3rd. Or, excuse me, his 1st. That was rebound. Inside, here's Brady Groton. Got it ripped away, and Gordon with the steal. Here come the Flyers. They'll hold up near half court. Ball's knocked away. Mason Groton with the steal down to the other end. He'll try the layup. No good, and Lewis will come up with that rebound. Down to the other end. Jump pass. Job. 3-pointers on the way. That's good. Alex Job got his 2nd 3-pointer tonight. He's got 10 points. And a 6-point Bagley lead, 46-40 on your Community Co-op scoreboard with 4:21 to play in the ballgame. Section 8 AA boys basketball with yourliveevent.com from Hawley tonight.
The Minnesota State High School League reminds us that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Respect for others, including opponents and officials, is one of those values. Support today's teams with the respect they deserve. When you have a great team and great fans, a great game is practically a given. So, root for your team and enjoy every moment of today's game. This reminder is brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With preschool, before and after school enrichment, and community education, the Hawley Public Schools are able to provide learning opportunities for all students. With academic clubs, athletics, and fine arts, the Hawley Public Schools has the right club or organization for your student to become a member of. To learn more about programs and activities offered by the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us.
Nuggets can inbound on the far sideline here out of the timeout. Nuggets still have 3 timeouts remaining in this game. Flyers down to just a couple of timeouts left. Stoa with it at the top. He'll get it to Mason Groton, free throw line. Pass to the wing, right back over. The brothers connecting. Inside Mason, passes back out. They'll go up top. They'll fake the pass right. Brady Groton inside. Ball slips through the hands of Mason into the hands of Kenley Gordon. Turnover number 16 against the Hawley Nuggets. Pass up top, knocked away again. Mason Groton down to the other end. Wide open layup. That's good. Cashes in, does Mason Groton. And he's got 9 points. 46-42. Bagley by 4. 3:35 to play in the game. Norum with it, baseline. Spins, gets away from the defense. Shot is deflected by Brady Groton. He'll get the rebound as well on the missed opportunity. Stoa down the floor. He'll hand it off, slow it up for the Nuggets. Try and work through an offense here against that 2-3 zone defense that's been handling things pretty well here for the Bagley Flyers tonight. At least not allowing a lot of easy looks inside. They're packing it in pretty tight, especially when they've got Anderson and Lewis in there. They're both out right now. Frank is on the wing along with Job. And Norum, a three-pointer by Grani. That's good. He's got 19 points tonight for the Nuggets. And down to a 1-point lead inside. Pass deflected. Grani almost able to get the steal. Goes out of bounds as it slips through his hands. And the Flyers will keep it on the baseline. Gordon will inbound with a 46-45 lead. 2:53 to go in the game. Inside, nice cut. They find Gordon. Had a little bit of an open look. Ball stolen away by Grani down to the other end. He'll try the layup. Rolls in good. 21 for Hayden Grani and a 47-46 lead for the Nuggets. Flyers drive in. Frank, reverse layup, no good. It was way off balance. Shot no good, and a foul inside as Frank picking up another rebound, his third, and he'll have a chance at 2 free throws. Fouls going against Brady Gratton. That's going to be his 4th personal, team's 8th. And that will send the sophomore Dante Frank to the free throw line. He's got 5 points, 3 rebounds tonight for the Flyers off the bench. Free throw is up, and the free throw off the rim, no good. He'll have one more. Him along with Offworth, Norum, Job, and Gordon on the floor right now for Bagley. Second free throw is up. That one rims off, no good. Nice position there by the Nuggets. Getting the rebound as well, Brady Gratton. That's going to be his 3rd. And the Flyers will the Nuggets will walk it up here with a 1-point lead, 47-46. 2:09 to play in the game. Got their own 7-0 run again. They had a 7-0 run earlier on in the second half. Pass inside. Oh, that's going to be stolen away right into the hands of Norum. Turnover 17 against the Nuggets. And the Flyers, they've been able to cash in on some of these turnovers here tonight. So of the Nuggets, I'd say it's pretty even in terms of that. Transition buckets off the turnovers. As Gordon with it up top. Man-to-man defense by the Nuggets. 1:37 to play in the game. Pass right side, Job. Job off the screen by Gordon. Picks up the dribble off fourth on the give and go. Nice spin move. Shots up. It's off. No good, but he's going to the line to shoot 2. 1 for 2 from the line tonight for Kenley Gordon. And Mason Groton going to pick up his 3rd personal, team's 9th. So the Flyers are going to be in the double bonus after this possession here. Throughout the remainder of the game. 90 seconds remaining in regulation. Free throw is up, and it's no good. So Kenley Gordon will have a chance to tie it here. 47-46. They trail. Koski will come in for the Nuggets, and Lewis will re-enter for the Flyers. Second of 2 free throws on the way, and that one is off the rim. No good. Koski gets the rebound. That's going to be his 7th. 7 points, 7 rebounds for the senior Justin Koski. And down to 1:20 to play in the game. Grani pass into the corner for Stoa. Going to play in just a matchup zone here, extending it all the way out to half court, which they need to. Nuggets trying to spread the floor as much as they can to break them out of that 2-3 zone. Ball's deflected, and another steal for the Flyers. Up the floor, they got numbers if they hurry. Right side off fourth with the layup. Rolls off, no good, and Koski gets the rebound. Koski with the board. And here come the Nuggets down the right side. Under a minute to play. Up top, they'll go Grani, and he's going to be fouled by Remington Offworth, his 1st personal, team's 5th. Nuggets will be inbounding on the far sideline. They're not to the bonus yet. So they'll keep possession and try and burn some more time off. They've only got a 1-point lead, need to hold on to the basketball. No room for turnovers here this late in the game, especially this tight of a ball game. Mason Groton inbound. He'll get it to Brady Groton right at half court. Brady hand it off to Grani into the corner. Mason takes it down the baseline. Layups up, and it's good. Mason Groton's got 11. 49-46 in favor of the Nuggets with 35 seconds to play on your community co-op scoreboard in this Section 8 AA boys basketball action with YourLiveEvent.com.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
A 3-point Nugget lead out of the timeout taken by the Flyers. They do have one more timeout remaining here. And down to 35 seconds to go in this one. It's a 9-0 run currently for the Hawley Nuggets in just over 3 minutes. Just over a 3-minute span, they've trailed 46-40 at one point and have taken the lead back. 6 lead changes in this game we've seen, along with 4 ties. One of those ties came in the second half at 38. It was a 32-27 lead for Bagley at halftime. And Gordon might have gotten away with an over and back there. Here's Norum. He'll drive in, leans for the shot, no good. Rebound battled for, and Groton gets the board. And it's still going to be going full court here for the Hawley Nuggets. They're not to the bonus yet. Foul's going against Remington, off with his second personal. So the Flyers will put on the full court pressure, trailing by 3. 49-46, 25 seconds to play in this one. Groton pressured, double team. Flyers trying to take it away. Jump ball it'll be Nugget basketball. So they will keep possession. They are in the bonus now, so if they get fouled, they'll head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Granny looking down the floor to get it to Mason Groton. Right back over to Granny. Granny, jump pass is going to be deflected by Job. Good effort there by the Flyers. Norum trying to save it. On a nice deflection by Alex Job. Under 15 seconds to play now. Nuggets inbound again. Bounce pass, they'll get it. Mason Groton is fouled right away by Kenley Gordon. He'll pick up his third and the team's 7th. So the sophomore, Mason Groton, will head to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. He's got 11 points and a rebound tonight for the Hawley Nuggets. This is a big one here. This would make it a 2-possession game with 13 seconds to play. Free throw's on the way, and the free throw drops in good. He'll get the bonus. So makes it a 2-possession ball game. Much tougher for the Flyers to come back here, as the second free throw is also good. 51-46. Nuggets lead by 5. Bratch will take a seat. Cole Sunday will come in for him. Norum will inbound. Will get it to Job. Right back over to Norum. Norum back over to Job. He's got to shoot quick here. Inside Offworth with a shot. Good, and a timeout for the Flyers with 5 seconds to play. They trail 51-48 on your Community Co-op scoreboard. In this Section 8 AA boys basketball tournament action on yourliveevent.com. Quick break. We're back right after this.
Anxious about your retirement funds? We don't blame you. At Bighorn Financial Services, we can help you build confidence within your retirement planning process by offering the ability to not only invest, but protect the money you've worked so hard to put away for the future. If your goal is to grow retirement assets without the risk of losing money in the long term, now is the time to call. Learn how to grow and protect your retirement with the help of Bighorn Financial Services. Call me, Kurt Fillion, at 218-689-6880 to set your appointment soon. Securities offered through FPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
5 seconds to play in this 8AA boys basketball contest. Winner is going to be moving on to Fergus Falls in a hefty lead late in that game against Staples Motley. Fergus Falls leading by nearly 30 points in that one. So they'll get to host on Saturday at 2 o'clock against the winner of this one. That's coming down to the wire between the Flyers and the Nuggets. As you'd expect in a 4-versus-5 matchup, playoffs, anything can happen, but especially a 4-versus-5, usually pretty tight games that you see. Pretty evenly matched, and we've seen that here tonight between the Nuggets and the Flyers. Nuggets will inbound. They get it quickly to Mason Groton, and it's going to be a quick foul by the Flyers. Alec Norm going to pick up his 4th personal, team's 8th. So it is the 1-and-1 situation. No timeouts remaining for the Bagley Flyers now. On a missed free throw, they just have to get down the floor and fire up a three-pointer to tie this one up. Try and get at least a balanced look. Gratton's free throw is up, and it's good. Mason says, don't have to worry about that. Ice cold at the free throw line for Mason Gratton. He is 3 for 3 in the second half. 3 of 5 from the free throw line in the game with 14 points. Quick timeout for the Nuggets with 4.5 seconds remaining in the ball game. 52-48 lead for Hawley on your Community Co-op scoreboard.
The purpose of the Hawley Nuggets Booster Club is to support and promote athletic activities at Hawley High School by uniting students, parents, coaches, faculty, staff, and the community in a way that enhances the sharing of school spirit and promotes moral and financial support. The club is open to anyone interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School. Please consider becoming a member of the Hawley Nuggets Booster Club today by visiting hawleyboosters.com. Go Nuggets!
Mason Gratton will try his luck at a second free throw here. With 4.5 seconds remaining. In a 2-possession game, second free throw up and good. That should cap it off for the Nuggets. Pass up the floor from Job to nobody. Out of bounds. That will do it. So the final score coming your way here in 0.8 seconds. Just have to inbound the ball, and that'll do it. As Gavin Cleveguard, a senior for the Nuggets, will step on the floor. Mason Gratton will take a seat. Final score in your Community Co-op scoreboard in this 8AA boys basketball. Playing round 53-48. The Nuggets come away with a victory on their home floor tonight. But I tell you what, the Bagley Flyers did not make it an easy task for the Nuggets here in this one. Nuggets improved to 8-11, taking that record to Fergus Falls on Saturday at 2 o'clock. And the Bagley Flyers, with a senior-dominated team here, will end their season with an 8-11 record. But a valiant effort on the road and a long road trip for the Flyers here tonight that you saw and heard on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for tuning in to the coverage. Stay tuned for our post-game report that's coming up. It is brought to you by Heart of Lakes Meats, and it's on the way right after this.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, and natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call Community Co-op today, 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers. Community Co-op, your co-op in your community.
The unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
When I took over this farm from my dad, I knew our future success required making major changes in our operations. That meant adding acreage, more and bigger equipment, investing in powerful technology, hiring employees. We even started a seed business. Fortunately, working together with Grinnell Mutual and my local farm mutual, my agent was able to cover everything, giving us more trust in tomorrow.
The Hawley Education Foundation is a nonprofit organization focused on providing grants for classroom impact in the Hawley School District. The purpose of the foundation is to provide capital to advance, promote, and enhance educational programs for Hawley teachers and students. The foundation invites you to contribute by going to www.hawleyedfoundation.org and donating to the Hawley Education Foundation. Our students deserve the best, and with your donations, we can make that happen.
Nugget Sports Now with YourLiveEvent.com. More information from the Hawley School and Athletic Departments is featured on 106.5 KRJB each week. Join us for Hawley School News Thursdays at 1:15 on 106.5 KRJB. And the Hawley coaches are featured in the KRJB Coaches Corner program. It begins Saturdays at 9 a.m. The Hawley coaches are featured at approximately 10:45. Hawley School Athletics and Events with 106.5 KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
Heart of Lakes Meats is a proud supporter of the Heart of Lakes Conference. Thanks to all Heart of Lakes school districts, coaches, and student athletes for their hard work and adaptability through this winter season. The future looks brighter knowing we can face challenges together. The best way out is always through, and we believe we will come out of these challenges strong. Heart of Lakes Meats is a USDA-inspected meat processing plant located in Pelican Rapids. We support our local farmers and community any way we can. Good luck to all Heart of Lakes Conference teams from Heart of Lakes Meats in Pelican Rapids.
Some sunshine and some warmer temps. Getting ready here to look ahead to spring. And this update from Norman County Implement, only one remaining Wilrich 50-foot field cultivator. Call Chuck or Neil for pricing on this one remaining Wilrich 50-foot field cultivator. It's on the lot and ready for spring work from Norman County Implement. They thank you for your business. And don't forget the recent trades of Grain Vac and the new Unverfirth seed tender available from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Post-game show here tonight in the Section 8 AA Boys Basketball Tournament action where the number 4 seed Hawley Nuggets come away with the victory, but it was an exciting game, nerve-wracking, probably more so for fans back home, and I'm sure for the fans here in the stands and especially the players and the coaching staff, but they come away with the victory here on our post-game show presented by who? These guys right here. Heart of Lakes Meats of Pelican Rapids. Family-owned company just off Highway 9 and in the industrial park. They have a variety of quality meat and fresh meat and heat and eat. Fresh and frozen meats available for sale. Check them out the next time you're in the area. Give them a call. 218-863-MEAT. The number you see on the screen. If you're wondering what the MEAT is, it's 6328. 218-863-6328. For Heart of Lakes Meats of Pelican Rapids, bringing us our post-game show here tonight. In the victory for the Hawley Nuggets, final score 53-48. And boy, it was a first half that was pretty much dominated by the Bagley Flyers, other than just a 5-point lead at halftime, but they had a lot of turnovers in the first half. But they dominated the rebounding situation. Nuggets did an excellent job of not only rebounding a lot better, but positioning a lot better and coming out more aggressively on the defensive side, I thought. In that second half, just a lot more aggressive. They had to be in order to stay in this ball game. They went on a couple of nice runs, a 7-0 run, and then a 9-0 run for these guys. A tough way for the Bagley Flyers to finish off their season, especially a very senior-dominated team. 6 of their players seniors, started 5. All 5 of their starters were seniors. Rough way to go for these guys on a long road trip and a valiant effort here tonight, but coming up just a little bit short by 5 points, 53-48 the final score in this one tonight. Hayden Grani led all scorers for both teams, 21 points tonight, including 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He closed out the night with 5 rebounds. He knocked down a few three-pointers in this game. Mason Groton had a heck of a ball game, especially second half. He had 11 points in the second half, total 15 overall. He was 0 for 2 from the free throw line in the first half, but he closed out strong. And in fact, 2 situations where he needed to knock down those free throws that were crucial to make it a 2-possession ball game both times, and he did it. He went 4 for 4 from the free throw line in the second half, 4 of 6 from the line in the game. Justin Koski, 7 points, 8 rebounds along with that. He had a nice effort again inside, having to face some pretty big boys that the Bagley Flyers brought forth. 4 points apiece for Alex Bratch and Brady Groton, and 3 for Brevin Stoa on a 3-pointer tonight. 7-11 from the free throw line as a team. Had 25 rebounds, 20 of those in the second half. They only had 5 rebounds at halftime. Really came together in the rebounding category in this second half. In fact, out-rebounded the Flyers by 7 in the second half, 20 to 13. So 18 turnovers in the victory. They improved to 8-11. We'll head to Fergus Falls on Saturday for a 2 o'clock game for the quarterfinal round of the 8AA boys basketball tournament. For the Bagley Flyers, they were led by Alec Norum. 15 points. He had all 15 in the first half. He did not score in the second half. Nuggets did a great job of shutting him down and not allowing him any looks in the second half. 10 points for Alex Joba off the bench, including 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Knocked down a couple of 3-pointers for the freshman. Remington Offworth, 9 points, 5 apiece for Kenley Gordon and Dante Frank. 2 apiece for Jackson Lewis and Zach Anderson. And the rebounding, Kenley Gordon had 6, 1 for Remington Offworth, 3 for Dante Frank, 8 for Alec Norum, 8 for Jackson Lewis, and 7 for Zach Anderson for a total of 33. And they ended the game with 26 turnovers, ending their season at 8-11 here tonight. Game summary here on our Heart of Lakes Meets post-game report. A victory for the Hawley Nuggets, 53-48 here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get some coaches' comments for you as well as we continue on our post-game report on YourLiveEvent.com. From Hawley tonight.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck, Nuggets, from the Hawley Public Schools.
Back here on our Heart of Lakes Meets post-game reports. Heart of Lakes Meets of Pelican Rapids bringing us here tonight. Let's get together with our coaches here tonight. Head coach of the Bagley Flyers, Darren Karsten, is going to join us here after the loss. Thanks for coming up here, Coach. I appreciate it very much. And I know this is a tough, very tough loss for you guys to finish off. A lot of seniors on your team this year too, makes it even tougher. But tell me your thoughts after this ball game here tonight for you guys.
Well, first I want to congratulate Hawley. They played a great game, and Nathan's a heck of a coach. And we knew coming in we'd have a battle, and it was gonna be a test, and thought it'd be a good close game. And get a 4 or 5 game, you kind of think that always, but truly we're pretty even, and it could go either way. And they just played better than we did down the stretch. Yeah, give them credit. They made their free throws and didn't make the mistakes like we did at the end. And you got to give them all the credit in the world. But I still love my team. No matter what happened here tonight, it's not going to change the season. It's not going to change the seniors' careers. And I want to thank the fans for coming and just thank those guys for everything, energy they brought to the season. And they very easily, anybody, I'm sure Nathan would say the same thing. Any team could have hung their heads this year and just pouted, and we got to play a game like this to end the season, and you can't take that away from anybody. And so even though we lost, we have a lot to look forward to and a lot to look back on, and it was just a great season. And I congratulate Hawley for how they played and everything they went through also.
A long road trip for you guys too, but boy, you wouldn't have thought you were on the bus for a couple hours the way they came out and played.
We never need a lot of time. We're pretty much street dogs. We just go out and play. We come out and we don't need a lot of warm up or anything like that. Sometimes you get to the game too early and you sit around and you start thinking about things, and sometimes just good come and get some shots up and play the game. So yeah, it was. the section kind of, was a toss-up. I think a lot of teams were so even, maybe Fergus Falls and stuff like that. But when we saw the 4-5 game, I didn't necessarily want to play Hawley necessarily. There's another team I'd rather play or two, but we knew it would be a tough one. But I think a lot of teams were pretty even across the board in our section. And, anybody can beat anybody on a given night. And it kind of showed tonight. Any team could have won this game. So, but the bus ride itself had nothing to do with the game, obviously. And we missed some shots. That was the bottom line.
Yeah.
We missed a lot of easy shots.
I was going to say, that was the thing, especially in that second half. You were doing a nice job of getting the ball inside. Lewis had some really good opportunities.
Yeah, nice passing and stuff. And
his moves were good. I mean, he had just a quick little post move that he can get around. But, they just weren't falling.
And, we had a couple young guys out there, and they really took away Alec Norm in the second half a lot more. And, we wanted to go to him as much as possible. And I don't think he scored the second. If he scored, it was maybe one bucket the second half. He didn't score much the second half, and we need him to score points. And, our big guys, we'll take it what they get, what we can get from them. But, they missed some easy shots too. But they played great defense and worked their butts off on the defensive end. And we didn't do the offensive end job tonight.
And I'm sure towards the end of the game, they're starting to. You could probably see how exhausted they were because they worked so hard in that 2-3 zone. You always think that the 2-3 is a lazy defense, but if you play it right like your guys did, it's very tough to play that.
You got to work it real hard, and you got to communicate, and rebounding is so important in the zone, and just matching up and the physicality of not being in position and finding guys. And we did a pretty good job on that. I think we held them on the defensive end pretty well. We just, like I said, it was more of an offensive thing for us, but we worked our butts off on defense, and we had some nice passes and nice buckets on offense too, but it wasn't consistent. It wasn't throughout the game, and then they took away stuff from us, and they started pressuring us more, and we had some bad turnovers, and it just kind of was heading the wrong way a little bit, and then we made a basket or two, and it was still anybody's game at the end, and that was the main thing. But they made free throws in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Like you mentioned, tough to see these guys go, especially, all 5 of your starters were seniors. You had another senior on the bench for you too, so a very senior-dominated team that you had, and it doesn't seem like you see a lot of that now.
It's tough, and I told these guys thank them so much, and down the road, you always say you'll do anything for these guys. I said I had a senior call me from graduated a couple years ago and asked for something last night, and I was like, that's the stuff you want, and letters of recommendation and helping them out, and I would do anything for these seniors. They're such a great group of guys, and I'm gonna miss them.
Darren, appreciate the time, and thank you for coming up here tonight.
Good luck, Nathan.
Have a safe trip. All right, Darren Karstens joining us here, head coach of the Bagley Flyers, following the loss 53-48 to the Hawley Nuggets on our Heart of Lakes Meets post-game report. You want to get right into it? Should we just keep her right here? I am the boss.
I'm with you. I just follow.
I've never heard that before.
Well, you're here.
Who's the boss? Are we getting back into sitcoms again?
Are
we talking about that?
Little Tony Danza.
Man. Jeez. We're gonna get out. We're starting off on the wrong foot now. We ended on the wrong foot last time. So.
Oh man.
Oof. Kind of the same as this game here, huh? Started out a little shaky, but you guys came together.
It looked like we came. I know Coach said they don't need the bus. We might have needed a bus ride, or looked like we had a bus ride. I don't know. I mean, every kid I shouldn't say every kid, but all of our kids that got onto the floor early played in a playoff game last year in a much better atmosphere than the one that was produced today. I'm not taking a shot at our fans or anything. That's just a big facility for a COVID crowd, and circumstance and things like that. But they'd all played in the Brick House last year against a senior loaded team, and that place was loud and rowdy and a little bit of taunty and whatever else. I don't even know if that's a word. But so I didn't really expect a slow start. That didn't mean I expected things just to flow easily, but I definitely didn't expect the slogging and sluggish start that we had. But we had it, and Cole Sunday I thought gave us the juice that we hoped we'd had from the beginning of the game when he came in the first half, and he provided it throughout the second. But with fewer minutes in the second half, but I thought that was the juice that got us going and kind of slapped a few of our guys a little bit figuratively and woke them up. And survive in advance. Jimmy Valvano, survive in advance.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about right now, and I know that's Coach Karstens was mentioning that before the game. It's doesn't matter if we're 8-10, they're 7-11. It's 0-0 tonight because you start a new season, and if we don't win, we don't move on. So that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, cliches are cliches because they're true, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the definition, and survive in advance, and they had every right to win that game tonight based off of things they did and things we didn't do Whatever, missing 4 free throws in the first half in a tight ball game, and some of the unnecessary turnovers, and just the way we were. I mean, we had open shots we didn't knock down. That happens from time to time, but we really didn't go after the rim like we had talked about in the pregame, and we definitely just had I don't know, it was somewhere between, as I told the guys, it was somewhere between like hanging our heads a little bit to nervousness / maybe scared, and that was stuff that kind of shocked me tonight. So hopefully it's all out of our system, because just good enough won't be good enough in the second round.
Yeah.
Assuming that score that I think snuck into my head when I was down there stayed true, which we expect it would, that, we're going to go see, Fergus Falls, who's played 1 2A game all year. Otherwise, it's 3A and 4A games and 2 D2 dudes, and one of them where half my guys can't put his deodorant on for him. So, we have our work cut out for us Saturday.
Yeah, and this, you go back to this game, that first half, Bagley, as you mentioned, they came out and did what they needed to do. Alec Norum led the way there in that first half, but your guys did a great job of keying on him and not allowing him to do anything, literally nothing, because he scored 0 points in that second half. They shut him down, but the other big aspect of it, when I looked at the halftime stats, I thought maybe I missed some rebounds, but you were out-rebounded 20-5 in the first half. It ended up 33-25. So, I mean, they still out-rebounded you, but you out-rebounded them in the second half. So it was a lot more aggressive in terms of that play. And also, I thought the boxing out, too, was a lot better.
And a lot of that, too, was our lack of energy. But I don't know what the breakdown on O boards and D boards were, but we missed a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And they're going to, we were only sending one to the glass most of the time. So that means they're going to suck up defensive rebounds, because we just shot such a low percentage in the first half. So, that's a big part of it. But yeah, they came out kind of playing maybe with a little house money, being on the road and being here for the third time in 5 years. And some of those guys played in that game 2 years ago. So no, all credit to the way they came out, and then our kids credit for, fighting through it and answering the appropriate questions in the huddle. When I asked, I looked at them, I said, what can we do for you guys right now? And it was like, Mason Groton looked right back and said, nothing, it's on us. And from that moment on, when he called he didn't call him out. It was no fingers and faces, but it was the right thing to say at the right time. And then we went out and went on whatever our run was over the last 4.5 or 3.5 minutes, wherever that timeout left us.
Yeah, absolutely. And this was a game of runs. They had a 15-0 run in that first half. You guys had a 7 and then an 11-0 run in the second half. So it was just like so much shift in momentum back and forth, and there was never a double-digit lead. That's illegal when I do games for you, I guess. But between both teams, Bagley had a 9-point lead at one point. Your largest lead, I think it was right around 7 or 9, whatever it was at that point. So regardless, it was a tight game, back and forth, and you guys had that. But you mentioned Mason. He really stepped up for you. He had 11 of his 15 points in the second half, and he knocked down crucial free throws to make a 2-possession game both times he was
got
at
to
the
the
line.
free throw line and made sure he wasn't short. Ball doesn't have a chance to go in when it's short, just like your putting game.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get to the hole, it's not going in.
That's short. It goes left and
he was
right.
short early, but no, he stepped up to the line at crucial times, and when we make free throws late, then we can get some of those offensive defensive substitutions, and then you can rotate a Cole Sunday and a Brevin, or something like that to give you a guy that maybe is a little more offensive, breaks down, handles the ball more, shoots those free throws, but then go out and get stops with a guy like Cole Sunday who brings energy. So making those free throws is crucial in a time like that. And and we had our moments. I kind of sound really down right now. I think I need a nap, but we had our moments. We had times where Hayden had a rough one for a long stretch of the game, had some uncharacteristic turnovers, looked me in the eye and said, hey, no more dumb plays out of me, and subbed him back in. I don't think he had one after that moment. There was a time where Brevin came down the floor and said, let's run 3, and then he came off the double screens and smacked that 3 that he had. So it was little glimpses like that. I just wish they would have snowballed into bigger things for us, and we could have gone on a bigger run. But kids did it. Kids did enough tonight. In little spurts, we got to get everybody on the same page, and we got to be ready to go give the Otters a run on Saturday with a little bit more juice than we brought tonight, because now it's our turn to play with house money.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you mentioned. Just coming out and having more consistency throughout the game because, yeah, this is going to be a game where you need that steady flow and not just the helter-skelter. Here we'll get on a little run and then fall back a little bit. So it's got to stay throughout the entire game for you.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a short turnaround. I mean, we're going to go early in the morning because there's a lot of basketball on TV for people to watch tomorrow. And so we're going to go in the morning and get out of the gym before the girls come in for their shoot-around as they got a big one tomorrow. And then it's like I said, short turnaround, so short time to game plan for Fergus. And so we'll have late night here and come up with a good one.
Sounds good. Well, Nathan, appreciate the time as always. Congratulations to you guys on the win, and good luck to you guys on Saturday over in Fergus.
Thanks for being in the gym, and everybody that's name is flashed across that screen. To whoever's still listening or decides to watch it back, please go out and support those businesses because they made all this possible. And you got to put all that money in the big dog's pocket over here with those advertisements. So, but no, on all seriousness, get out there and support those businesses and everybody that puts stuff on the air around here because it's great for the kids, especially in such a weird year like our COVID.
Absolutely. So. Appreciate it, Nathan. All right. Thank you, Nathan Stoa, head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, joining us after their victory tonight, 53-48 over the Bagley Flyers. Section 8 AA boys basketball tonight. They move on to face the Fergus Falls Otters at 2 o'clock in Fergus Falls. And the Bagley Flyers end their season with a record of 8-11. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll name our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and we'll also talk about, let's see, we've got another Player of the Game, I believe, too, RDK Enterprise Player of the Game that we'll be discussing as well. Part of our post-game report brought to you by Heart of Lakes Meats of Pelican Rapids, family-owned and operated. Give them a call for when you're looking for those meats, 218-863-MEAT. 218-863-6328. Back with more from Hawley on YourLiveEvent.com right after this.
The Hawley Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics with various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball and softball scoreboards, donations to the dance and wrestling teams, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available on monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit HawleyBoosters.com for more information.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email jennifer@hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
Heart of Lakes Meets Pelican Rapids bringing us our post-game report here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, and the victory for the Hawley Nuggets 53-48 over the Bagley Flyers in 8AA boys basketball tonight. Taking a look at our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game here in the victory for the Hawley Nuggets. Let's take a look here and see. We've got several different players that we could have gone with here, but one in particular when it comes to bringing the energy early on in this game. Work has begun to replace Line 3 and keeping everyone safe, and Enbridge's top priority. Robust COVID-19 safety rules have been established for Enbridge employees because they want everyone home safe. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. On the Bagley side, I thought he brought some excellent energy for the Flyers to start this one out, get them off to a nice start. They did have a halftime lead of 5 points, had a 15-0 run, and a lot of those points coming from Alec Norum, 15 points. Did not score in the second half, but he brought the energy in the early part of this game to give Bagley the edge right away, and it made it an interesting game. Without that energy, if the Nuggets would have had a little more energy in that first half and come out with it, could have been a whole different story the way they played in that second half and had that steady. But Alec Norum did a nice job. He came out ready to play in this one, had 15 points, 8 rebounds in the game, 7 of those 8 rebounds in the first half. He is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game here tonight. And a victory for the Hawley Nuggets to move on to that next round. On our Heart of Lakes Meets post-game report, our RDK Enterprise Player of the Game Thinking about upgrading your planter? Visit RDK Enterprise at their locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota to learn about available rebates and financing. RDK Enterprises, planterdoc.com. Bringing us our player of the game here tonight. And this could have gone either way as well, but I thought there was a crucial part of this game that was executed about as good as you can do it at the end of a ball game when it's very tight, to try and make it a 2-possession ball game. He was able to do this twice in the scenario where the fouls came up. They were both bonus situations, so it wasn't 2 free throws. It was if you miss that first one, you don't get the second. And as a result, the sophomore Mason Groton ended with 15 points, had 1 rebound to go along with that, was 4 of 6 from the free throw line, but was 4 for 4 from the free throw line in the final minutes of this game when it counted the most. So Mason Groton, a sophomore for the Hawley Nuggets, going to be our RDK Enterprises player of the game in the win for the Nuggets 53-48 here tonight. So excellent game for Mason. He had 4 points at halftime, ended the game with 15, so double figures in the second half alone. Just an overall great performance by him and his teammates, as they were led by Hayden Grani, 21 points. Those two were in double figures. Bagley, again, led by Alec Norum, 15. Alex Jobe off the bench, the freshman, ended in double figures with 10 points here tonight as well. Remington Alforth close to that. He had 9 points in the loss. Team totals again for this one. The Hawley Nuggets, 7 of 11 from the free throw line, had 25 rebounds, 18 turnovers in the victory. They improved to 8 and 11. They'll head to Fergus Falls at 2 o'clock game time in the quarterfinal round of the Section 8 AA boys basketball tournament. As for the Bagley Flyers, 3 of 9 from the free throw line as a team, 33 rebounds, 26 turnovers here tonight as they end their season 8 and 11. They graduate 6 seniors: Kenley Gordon, Remington Alforth, Alec Norum, Jackson Lewis, Bryce Freeborg, and Zach Anderson. So the starting 5 plus one of their bench players all graduating here for the Bagley Flyers. A valiant effort. A fun contest here it was tonight. Not the way you want it to end here, especially with a senior-dominated team, but they definitely made a good effort here tonight on the road against the Hawley Nuggets. 53-48 final score. Hawley improves to move on to play another day. That'll be on Saturday over in Fergus Falls, and that will also be on yourliveevent.com. Approval to get that on a road game coming up on Saturday for you, so you'll be able to tune in for Nuggets boys basketball there. That'll do it for our coverage. As Coach Nathan Stoa mentioned, it's made possible by the sponsors. No subscription needed for you to take part and watch these games because of that fact. The sponsors make it all possible for you to have a free and clear, able to watch these streams online. So whenever you get the opportunity, thank those sponsors that you see at the very least. If you get the opportunity to do some business with them, do that as well, because if they were not sponsoring these events, you'd probably be paying a subscription fee like you see at a lot of other places. Also, too, Gunnar Fleming, 8th grader here at the Hawley School. He was our camera operator for tonight. Thank you very much, Gunnar. For him, I am Kurt Fillion, signing off from the Hawley High School tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow for Hawley girls basketball when the Nuggets host the Breckenridge Cowgirls. You can tune in for that right around 6:30 with a pregame. And 7 o'clock will be the tip-off in 8 AA girls basketball as well. Signing off from Hawley, I'm Kurt Fillion. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow for more basketball action as March Madness is officially here.